Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 7th of April 1967. And in this part is going to be a little bit odds and ends. I want to populate our new construction camp in the north, because you can see after the winter we're doing okay from happiness and loyalty, but our population's not grown, and we do need to get that done because I am losing quite large numbers of escapees simply because, well, they've got nowhere to stay. And once they get to a certain age, I think it's about, is it late 20s or something, then they just leave. So I want to focus on those elements of the game. Plus, there's a few other things I need to tidy up, because I think this is one of the key points of realistic mode. You've got to stay on top of the detail, otherwise things can go wrong very quickly. And a good example of that is this little junction here. It's got a little bit busy here, and I think part of the problem is I've got too many trucks coming through here. So what I'm trying to do is start to put through some relief light roads through here. And what I'm thinking is if I can get this road through here, although the problem is that I think I've just made a mistake here with the rural fire station. So what we may need to do is take a road off there, and what I should do is just go straight through, shouldn't I? And I just want to put a road there, and we'll just accept that, and we'll allocate that to there. And the other thing I'm also considering is we got buses that come down to here, and they're coming through this junction as well. You can see here there's just too much going on here. So what I'm considering is work road through there down to there. And what that would do is the buses that are coming down here to go to the mech factory, and also the ones that are being picking up here for the construction offices, will be able to not go out through that loop, and it should take the pressure off of that junction there. So I mean, this is an example of the various problems that you can have. Now, I'll just give you a bit of an update of what's going on. Up here is a little bit of a disappointment. I've greatly underestimated the time it's taken me to build these tram track roads. I definitely should have laid the asphalt first, but even that's taking time. On the positive side, we are starting to bring in the footpaths on this side of the town here. Now, so this is going to take quite a long time to get things sorted out. And what I am starting to consider very seriously now is the possibility of putting an asphalt plant or something over here so that I can speed the process up. On the railway side, I think we're getting very close now. I think we just got a few little bits and pieces to do here. In fact, it looks like the train is actually working on this quite well. Speed that up, actually, just see. In fact, I think that finishes that bit of track there. And while I'm here, I'm kind of thinking that I need to extend this a little bit. So actually, I'll come back to that. I think I don't really need to do that now. So there's a chance that we'll be able to get all this signaled up, but that's not particularly that important, because until we've built the depot up here, there's no point worrying too much about the signals. One thing I do want to do while I'm here, I've looked at this before and then forgotten completely all about it, is we're certainly going to need this distribution office for trains in, and that's something else that will need to be built. It's the odds and ends that catch you, especially in realistic mode, because in realistic mode, when you're trying to get things done, it's that little bit of detail that will cause a problem. Now, the fire station here is, oops, it's not the fire station, is very close. In fact, it should be almost done. And I certainly want to get some fire crews out here. Oh, not fire helicopters, actually, because I'm getting a bit worried that it's taking a little while to come out here, and it's only a matter of time before we get a fire here. Plus, I want this in order to provide cover, because I'm still wondering a little bit about the what we call it, putting down a train connector in this area. Anyway, so we're still, so I think this is the area that where we're going to probably get the biggest amount of population boost going, and so this is an area where I want to focus a little bit more than over there at the moment. Plus the fact, I think if we can get this operational, we can start getting the rail construction offices going as well. So that's all what's going on down in the southern part. Up in the north, things are going okay. We've got the helicopter construction platform here. One thing I have neglected is up here, which is the platform for the electronics. And of course, I've realized that this is a little bit of a pain in the neck. I need some room in here for other things. So what I'm going to, because I didn't switch limit amount on. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just balance this out a little bit. Drop the wood. Leave the bricks, but maybe not have it so high. Don't need the aluminium. And I think I'm going to stick that to 115 tons. Boards, we only need, probably need about 30 odd tons. Steel is probably a little bit high. I mean, I'm not too worried about what we're going to do with the prefabs in this area just at the moment. I'm quite happy just to let this do its own thing. But we do need to get this in balance so that we can start actually moving things around in this area. Now, because I completely neglected this bit, is this platform here. Now, the other thing I also realised is that if I try and explain this, we show the helicopter one. It's only got stations for 2 helicopters. So what I need to get in here as well is not that one. Where is it? We need to get, I'm hoping this is going to work. Yep. I need to start building this into there so that we can have, I think 5 helicopters would be enough if we put other equipment in as well. So that's something I've gotten completely all about, and hopefully that will fix that. The other thing that's happened during the winter is we've got this other hunting hut is now operational. So I've now got 3 hunting huts in this area producing meat. We are getting a little bit of a surplus building up in here, which is going to be good for when we get into the town. Now, similar to down in the south, I've noticed that a lot of trucks are coming through the center here. So what I've done is I've started building some ring roads here, and I got a little bit bored the other day because it was raining outside and I didn't have a lot to do. So what I've done is built a highway all the way up through here to this point here. And then I've created a ring road round here. This is where our northern town's going to be. And I'm not sure whether it's going to be practical, but it looks cool. And I've changed this junction here to be a roundabout. So we've got like a double roundabout situation there. Just to represent the UK. And up here we're starting to put together our small village. Now, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if we got everything built here. Looks like we've just got that to build. And the other thing I didn't get was a pub. That's the gas station. Where's the pub? Has the pub got alcohol? No, it hasn't. So what we'll do is get down to the food guys. Oh, what am I doing? Don't need to go there because we've got a shop in here, haven't we? I think this is one. I think it's camp food. Yep. can assign you to there. And we're 100% alcohol in there. Now the other thing also is that I've been monitoring my silos here. This one is empty because it's always taking the crops down to here. This one is still got 2,000 odd in. So what I've done is I've started exporting from here again so that we can get things done. The other thing I also would like to get set up, if possible, is the rail construction office over here, because I think getting some track laid into this area is going to be quite important as well. Anyway, hopefully I've now finished waffling. This will be finished. And is it finished? No, it's still not quite finished. Okay, so we're just gonna have to let this run. This is on high priority, isn't it? Yep. He's delivering the bus, delivering here. Look at that, bang on time. Now, so that should be all finished. That's finished. That's finished. What we can do now is bring some staff in up here. And to begin with, what I want to do is just get enough people in to man the camp. I think I've got some unemployed in there. And we've got unemployed there. Where can I get some more staff from? I think I'm gonna pull some from here, and maybe we'll pull a few from. So we're in the spring now, so the population should recover. Let me just see. We'll just go back up. Where are you? And what I'm going to do is, we're not going to put kind of top the whole population up. What we're going to do is put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in there. And of course, these people are going to be a little bit unhappy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And then of course what we'll do is allow people to move in. To begin with, we'll just go for the 400. Like that. Then eventually we'll bring in this one. What I really want is to get the reduce that down a smidge. What I just need is this fire coverage, because if we're going to start building out here and getting things finished, this is something that I do want to get sorted out quite quickly. Also, we're going to need the workforce here to possibly start manning the coal mine and the coal processing, which is what I want to get done from the beginning. And then of course eventually, once we break through with these bridges, we can then start working on our town here. Because of course this is the edge of our town, so we're going to be building in this area. So that is all set up. Stop production. Right, so we'll just let these guys settle down. I think this is a gas station, which I've put in as well. We're just going to let them do their own thing, but so we're just going to scoot back down to the south. Hopefully the fire station is now finished. So the first thing we're going to need to do is get in some fuel. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is we got a fuel dispensing center here, isn't it? Where are you? You're the one. What are you? You're distributing fuel, aren't you? We'll get you to deliver the fuel to here, because that other one is getting a little bit overloaded. How much fuel we got in here? 40 tons, so make this 50%. Just let the game run. Now comes the fun bit, because of course we're in realistic mode, and I'm assuming that we can buy some helicopters from here. Helicopters, I don't know if there's a difference between the 200,000 for passengers. I think we're going to buy the MI. That's expensive, isn't it? That gives me 300 kilometers an hour. What we got here? The M14s. Got Zeppelins. I don't know if you could ever fire. I think we're going to stick with these. We're going to buy 2 of these. This is going to be painful. Now, the problem is, because we're in realistic mode, these are going to come from the border. Now, to be completely honest, because they don't show up here, I'm just assuming that they will turn up and land here. But of course, the good thing about having firefighting helicopters is you don't need any staff in the fire station. So what you can do is build these at remote locations, and this is something we will be doing. Wow. Okay, these guys appeared quick. Okay. And what that does is it gives us not just fire coverage from here, but it does give me potential fire coverage for this area here once we start building it up. So what I want to do is, before I go and sort out the railway, I'm thinking we've got a new town here. So what I'm looking at is we're going to remove this stuff. I know I put this in the when I was going to push this out, but I think I'm in a situation now where that's not quite so important. So take that out. Thank you, game. Got something else. Stop production. What was that? Yeah, we're going to get the kind of notifications flipping backwards and forwards. Got 45 pages of notifications. I think I'll clear that. Right, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, we were back over here. And we got a connection there. I mean, this is a long way. What we'll do is we'll cut the rail line here. Take you out there. And I've got a railway connector mod. Railroad transformer, I think. This is a high voltage connector. And I want to put that in here. And then we'll just put this in. Oops, I don't want that there. I want this queue to there to there. Come on, you can do it. A little bit worried. I want to check this. I was a little bit worried about the connections. Plus, it will speed the process up a little bit. So we've now got that there. I just want to make sure that I've got rid of all the dual connectors there. It won't take long to make that connection, and then we're going to push on fast. Right. Well, now before we go and do some more work up in the north, I just want to check the rail jobs that are going on. Looks like we've got a little bit of work to do over there. By my rail truck. Train. There we are. What we got left? How many jobs have we got left? 1. That means that it hasn't picked up these odds and ends here. We're going to allocate you. Then we're going to push the track out this way. Get that going. get another one. Wow. Again, I've got a similar problem with the power transformers over here. I am wondering. Yeah, we got connected there. I think here, what I might do is if I need a power transformer, I'll just bring a spur off for the moment. Because I'll be complete. What's that? Right, we'll put you there. This line isn't connected. I'm pretty sure. Move that. Yeah, this is not. So we got 4 jobs there. And then what I'm going to do is scoot back over here. Queue up the missing bit. Now the reason I've done the one short length and then gone out and allocated 2 other jobs and then come back is that because the rail construction office picks up in order. So by doing it this way, we shouldn't get a collision there. So we got that done there. Is that finished? That's just electrification. We'll just check over here. Because as far as I know, everything over here is done. And that needs to be done, that needs to be done. Yeah, it looks like everything up here has been done, which means we can now start thinking about signaling up this area. But I'm not going to do that because I want to... So we've got that now functioning. Right, we've now got helicopters here. And again, we're going to need to get some fuel in. So let me just go and find my fuel truck, fuel delivery guys. You need to have fuel. There. Put it to 60%. This, at the moment, I'm interested in picking up the asphalt and the concrete. We can't allocate to this yet because it doesn't work. We don't have a platform. And what we're going to do is buy another couple more helicopters. These are mainly, so as we go again, get 2 helicopters into here. One thing I will do is I'm going to get rid of all these jobs. I don't want you just roving around doing whatever you want. So just get you. I think your first job is we're going to get you working locally. So nice thing is that we can get them delivering to these areas and we can get a little bit of jump start on that. And also, oops, yeah, we'll put some jobs. Now we got fire coverage up here. The next thing I would like to do is get that built, or the resources delivered to that. Right, let's just take a quick look at this area. 64%. That's 100. Yeah. So we're now in a situation where we're absorbing our over 21s. How's the unemployment here? Well, we've got no unemployment at the moment. I think I can start bringing in, open that up as well now. So, sport, culture, yes, it's kindergarten's good. I think we just need these guys to settle down and get things done. I am just occurred to me, I could, as people move in here, we will get unemployment. Now, question is, I just wonder if I use the helicopters to, you can hear helicopters, I can't see any. I'm just wondering if I can use the helicopters to fly out here. Yeah, I think we'll give it a go, guys. Because I think I've got a platform, and I can't remember what it is. I think it comes under. It's a bit odd. I think it's platforms and stations. One of these is a helipad. It doesn't take much to build. I think we'll give this a go. I mean, if it doesn't work, it's not like it's going to cost us a fortune in resources. So, and I think what I'm going to do is I want to allocate the helicopter construction office. It's by itself. They are flying somewhere. We need, look, we've got the helicopters here. Where are you going? Right, they're actually working on the coal mine. So if we can get this built and this built, yeah, I think it will work. Actually, these are waiting for mechanisms. Waiting too long. Okay, this is the perennial problem of the track. Let me just see if this fixes it when he passes this signal. I don't think he will. Yes, it will. We've got a connection through here somewhere. This is the problem of putting cross tracks in. Let me just put oops. Yeah, I think we've got a double crossover here. I think that's causing. I hope that should fix it. And then we'll just keep pushing that out that way. While we're here, we'll just check everything that everything is working in this area. Right, this area is done, so we can signal up this area. This is all being built in. We've got a food stall there. Ideally, what I'd like to do is build this so that we can get this done. Okay. We've got a problem here with not enough pavers. Oh no, here comes the paver. Of course he goes to there, but that should finish this one off pretty quickly. And on that count, that reminds me, I want to get some vehicles into this helicopter construction. What we're going to need is an excavator. Now, what I want to do is give you a little bit of a tip here. If we come into here, what you need to do is double check which excavators these helicopters can carry. Don't just buy one at the border. It says that this one can be carried. Be loaded onto a vehicle. Onto this vehicle. So we got that one there. What's the best one? You've got 33. So it's this excavator here, which we came available in 1959. Oh, wow, it's amazing we can carry those Marion steam shovels. Bulldozer speed. Right, that's a 33. So what we're going to need to do is, and of course, we've got to get them to the... I think we'll be okay with the pavers. It's the excavators that we're going to need to move. Let me just see if I can buy that excavator. Because, of course, because that tells you that that's the excavator. It doesn't necessarily mean it is going to happen. Of course, the nice thing with this is you can see, although this has only got a maximum speed of 18 kilometers an hour, it doesn't make any difference because these will be delivered by the helicopter. I'm just going to pick up one to start with. Of course, we're going to need... Now, the next thing is we've got to come in here. Then we need a 706 RTN open hole. And I think I'm going to have to set up a delivery route here. So we're going to need an open hole. That one. Let him come out and do his stuff. And of course he's going to go to the gas station. What's use these guys? And what are you doing? Oh, you're bringing in the electronics. You have to spend a little bit of time here with the setting up some export routes so we can start exporting some of this stuff which we were making money. And what we're gonna have to do now is come here, and then we're gonna send you back to the depot. Just make sure that he's going to do the necessary. That he is actually going to pick this up. Yep, he's done it. Question: do I need a second excavator, or are we? How many spaces we would have? We have 5 helicopters. So we've got quite a lot of spaces here. I think for the moment we'll just deliver the excavator and then I'll refine this area going forward. Because we're going to need a helicopter once we've got this space here. We're going to need a passenger helicopter. I don't think these Hinds carry passengers. Because I've never been truly able to work out whether one of these is actually has a specific cargo role or not. Okay, here comes our little truck, and he's going to deliver into there. Again, apologies that you may think I'm kind of being a bit completely focused on this area here. Now, the reason I'm focused on this is that this is the first time I've set up a helicopter construction office in realistic mode. I'm wondering if I get a couple of pavers. Well, we'll let the guy wander back that way. Let me just see if well, we need to build that other pad, so I don't need to worry too much about that. I think the problem is I've put too many roads in, haven't I? Right, we've got that done. We got this done. How are we doing with the helicopter pickup? I think what I'm going to do is just had a thought, because I don't want to keep running backwards and forwards on the map like this. But I do want to control that helicopter construction office specifically. So if I get back to here, we go here, number 8, assign. What that will mean is that what I can do now is when I'm working out this way, I can actually just allocate it specifically. So I don't have to keep wandering across the map, because one thing about helicopter construction offices is that you're often working at long range, so it pays to assign it. And what that means is I can go 1, 8, like that, and like that, and they can start delivering over the top of this one. And of course, what it would mean, actually, yeah, if I get a couple of a paver and a roller in, what I can do then is allocate to fix this type of problem. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm kind of making this up as I go along now, guys. Right, let me just get here. This guy is ready to go. Right, we're going to buy... We should... The paver should be good. Let me just double check. Not that I don't trust these helicopters, but you never know. This is going to be is a flying squad. So I only want one paver, one roller. Just make sure, come in here. Right, he's actually taken off the... Yeah, we can get in with the ordinary asphalt paver. That's 31. The D150, and of course we got no choice with the roller, so... Right. Let me just do this. This is a way that you can use the helicopter construction office. You can use it when you've got fleets of them, but you've only got one. You can use it just to deal with problem builds. So if we get into here, I want the paver. I can buy a roller. We've only got one of them anyway. Paver, the D150. Thank you, game. Now, what we got to do is remove you. Set you up to pick up that again. And this time he's going to do 2 round trips. So we're just going to go here. New vehicle type available. Come here. Like that. And then you can get over to here. Again. Off there. Okay. We're on the 25th of June. All our fields are coming along nicely. How's the crop situation? 1,200 tons of crops in there. 2,000 tons. So we are getting into equilibrium now with our supply and our exports. So we've got this here. I'm going to put you into there. Okay, so we've got everything here now. We just need the crew to build that for us. Last chance to buy. Right, so we get this is built, but we are going to need fuel in here. So we're going to need these guys to deliver fuel. Probably going to need a couple of extra fuel trucks here as well. Put all 100% in here. I think I will buy a couple of extra fuel trucks in here. We're looking for, I want something with a bit of speed. 85, we'll get a couple of those. I think we spent a fortune here. Comes the helicopter, guys. Another thing with the helicopters, they will deliver asphalt to a building. And what they will do is they don't hang around like that. Oh, oops! No! We don't want anything in here. We don't want you. Not at the moment. Okay, does that mean we've got some unemployment here? Here comes the paver. Look at that. We can get a screenshot of this. Our first helicopter coming in, dropping a paver. Look at that. Yep. I will take a screenshot of that. Control G to get back again. And this is the advantage of having a helicopter one like this. You get a small road like this stuck and it wants a paver. You can actually get it as to fly in and actually fix that just like that. Let's get back here. Stop production. Okay. What I really need now is this to be finished. I think I'm going to bump the priority on that. Okay. We got one excavator, one thingy here. Anything else can we build? Can we build here? Not a Zeppelin. Really curious about the Zeppelin. We can't buy them though, because we don't have spaces. Bulldozer. I don't think I really want a bulldozer. Right. We just get here 1 8. Get you on that. You're gonna have to build your own infrastructure. There we are. Look at that. Just get over here and build that for me. We need this connector there. Although this is the barn. What I'm really interested at the moment is, I think what I'm going to do is I need to get this down. So, and I'm not going to buy any more trucks. So I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to set up a, keep it simple. I don't need a distribution office for this. I'm just going to use this guy. Clear his jobs. You come into here. Get you there. You're going to pick up prefabs. And we're just going to get you working to export the surplus. And we need to get that built yet. So your job is just going to be simply run backwards and forwards and export the prefabs for me until they've all gone, and then we'll sort out balancing the other bits and pieces later on. Right, let's just see what's going on up this end. Right, these guys seem to have a lot of vehicles sat around doing nothing. I think we're going to start pushing out some of these other buildings here. I certainly want that built. That's not quite so important. Certainly want that built. Because once we got this coming in, we can start putting other stuff down. What we got here, no idea what this is. More heat exchanger. Then we're going to need this here. This is the old nursery block. We can just kind of load in some more stuff to get this guy going. Fire, fire. One of my great threats. What happened there? Oh, here we go. Had this before. We're going to lose this. I think this is burnt down several times in the past. Oh, they might make it. Huh. It's going to be a close thing. Yep, they've got here. That reminds me, we're on the 18th of July. Yeah. I think new vehicle type available. We're certainly going to take a look at that. That is a combine. Just trying to think where I could do some road asphalting. I don't think, is that road particularly busy? I don't think it is. So what I'm going to do, it's going to get a section there, isn't it? Right, we're going to build that section in there. I've been trying to actually gravel and asphalt in this area, but trying to work around the farms has been a bit tricky, especially as I've only got one small construction office to do it. But I think we can do that little bit there, and then I can keep filling in these areas here. Right, we got the combine. Let's see what combine harvester was that. It is an E512. Let's have a look and see whether it's. Let me see, harvester. No, this has only got the Matador. Let's see what. So that means that it is a Soviet combine. Let's have a look and see. Right, we've got the E512. This is a 30. Oh, that is going to be very useful. Now, I can't mess about with the combines now, but we can boost up the speed of these. Especially, maybe not so much. Well, we could give a little bit of a boost here. Because we've got these pre-war ones here. They could be replaced, but more importantly, what have we got up here? We got the CK4s up here, and we've got the People's Post-War. I think the CK4s have gone now. I'm really gonna have to set a spreadsheet up of, yeah, see if we can replace these and get these up to 30 kilometers pickup point here. That will really improve the efficiency of these farms. Right, let me just get over here. This is where the focus needs to be. Still building this. It needs gravel. Okay, I think maybe these need this. Get that built. Let's just see what else we got. Let's check whether any of these roads have got a problem. That's okay. This is built. You just see. Again, I need to push these roads out, but getting around these roads can be a little bit tricky. Right, we've got lots of workers here, so try get you working on that and you working on that to get this built pretty quickly. Because at the moment we've got workers with nothing to do at the moment. It'd be nice if I think we're going to get that built as well. Because we need to push out this way to start putting our town together. Okay. Well, we've now got nearly to 24,000. This is going to need some work done on it as well. I think what we're going to have to do is put the normal construction office on there for the moment as well. The other thing I do need is this road pushed out, because we're going to need to start planning this area. In fact, I think I will do this. Do I need it? Yeah, because we need to start planning this area. So why is that only that far? That's too short. I think that would be enough. And get you out to there. Yeah, if I can get out to here, that will allow me to move things out a lot further this way. Okay. Got a workforce here. We could expand the workforce here. Yeah, because we've got maximum capacity now. Maybe as we go forward, we can expand the workforce here. Now, we haven't looked at over here for a little while. Let's see how things are going here. Slowly, very slowly. I mean, I could put out... I mean, a lot of these jobs here now are stalled. I just wonder if we get these done here, because the asphalt crews have done their work. It's the infrastructure guys that need the work done here. This needs a mechanism. You could argue that if I put in a helicopter construction office and you do exactly the same as I did down the other end, the trouble is it would only deliver equipment, not supplies, because this isn't actually hooked up in any way, which is a little bit unfortunate. I mean, let me just check here. How many jobs have you got? We're down to 3. Okay, I've got an idea where that is actually working. It's going to be right up in this direction. Whoops. No, this is 2. Get you working on that. And I mean, this guy's nearly out to here. If we can build this loop around here, because if we can get to here, there's a possibility that if I could use the construction, the helicopter constructions to start putting together a town in the middle of nowhere. But that's something that we do need to think about. Let me just get back to here, see how things are going. I mean, this is really moving forward pretty quickly. Let me just see. Yeah, I think if I put the focus onto this area, we might be able to get things moving. Why is this guy sat around doing nothing? What jobs have you got? You've got a lot of work, but none of it is... Okay, so we kind of built all the roads in. We just need to finish the infrastructure. I think can't build that. We can't build that. We can't build that. We need to build this. So I think we can get you onto that. That needs to be built. That's got no road connection there, but we can start work on that as well. Get these guys. What are you working on? Get over here. There's no road connection there. I think we can add that to that job there. Getting lots and lots of stop productions, which is a slight cause for concern. Let me just see. Underground. That needs to be built, but that's not urgent. What on earth is that? Oh, that's an underground power cable, high tension cable to over here. Why is that? I don't think this is. Yes, it is. Let me just see. Get that built. That's got a power. Why is that? That tension cable? No, it's a heating pipe. Got a lot of these little. Whoops. That's built. That's built. Anything out? Any other? Those are finished. Get you onto that. Okay. I'm aware that I'm running out of time, so we're going to go north and check our helicopter. Okay, we've now got this built. So what we can do now is flash out some money for a... Gonna get a MiG-10. And we've got to there. We have to stop spending money. Thank you, game. Right, we're gonna let surplus workers into here now. What's the unemployment here? Yeah, we got a little bit of unemployment now. 8. You're working on that. You can work on that. We've got the bus crews working on that area there. You work support that. Get this built so we can build that out that way, and I'm gonna need some roads put in here as well, aren't I? Right. Right, I need this bit asphalted. Right, can come there. Right, this is now finished. So we can pick up these guys. These guys look as though they might be a little bit too busy, so there's nobody in the actual gas station. Get you into there. I'm going to buy another couple of these. Maybe we need something that's a bit faster. We're going to get one of those and one of those. Let's fill that up. Where's the fuel in this area? Of course, the helicopters are going to be consuming a lot of fuel, so... Of course, another thing we can do, once we can use helicopters to deliver workers. I think now that's built, I think what we will do is asphalt in that road. That's going to be quite important. We got that built there. We do need to get these roads asphalted in, because fire coverage is going to be quite important. In fact, I think we're get that done as well. We can have a little bit of a road building purgy thing. What we can do is step over. This is the advantage of a helicopter crew. Although, is we can get them started work on, but we don't have any delivery of gravel though. Let me just get here. Wow, look at that. We've got a fleet of 3 of them taking off. Right, we do need that finished. In fact, what we'll do is we'll put the 8 guys on that as well. Right, you can pick up prefabs. So, take you. Right, we'll put everything more on that now. This is still dropping, but we are starting to get a little bit of capacity here. So what I'm going to need to do now is, I was building a distribution office here, wasn't I? Oh, that's the construction office. I'm going to need a distribution office. Where can I put it? Because we're going to need to bring in the goods for the helicopters. Let me just think. I think I can put one in just here. Let me just put this in. I'm gonna put you about there. We can just use you for gravel. And again, we'll just put helicopter 8 on that. And what we'll do is we'll use this one to bring in the resources to here, so that we can put boards into here, and also bring some little bit of steel and other stuff into this area, so that the helicopters can pick up anything they want. Now we will buy some extra helicopters going forward, guys, but I suppose I could buy one more. Let's see what we need. We have to buy one of these. M16 cargo. I'm gonna buy one more of those. And then what these will do is just push out what we're going to be working towards. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.